Hello everyone, I am Mrs. Deepika Shri from the Department of Physician Assistant in the College of SMS Allied Health Sciences. Today we are going to see about the case study about osteoporosis. So the scenario is a 55-year-old female presented with the complaints of lower limb pain and not able to stand or walk for more than 30 minutes. How will you assess this patient? This is the ortho condition. For female patient, we suggest it is an osteoporosis. Now, the definition of osteoporosis is it is the bone disease that develops when bone mineral density and bone mass decreases, or when the structure and strength of the bone changes. This can lead to a decrease in bone strength and can increase the risk of fractures. That means the bone becomes fragile. Etiological factors are age, race, lifestyle changes, medical conditions, and post-surgical procedures. The risk factors of osteoporosis is there are two types. One is modifiable, another one is non-modifiable. Non-modifiable is gender, age, race, family history, body frame size, hormonal levels that is lowered than to weaken the bones, and the modifiable reasons are thyroid problems. Elevated thyroid hormone can cause us bone loss. Dietary factors, that means decreased calcium content in a diet. Osteoporosis is more likely to occur in people who have developed osteoporosis. Low calcium intake contributes to diminished bone density, early bone loss, and the increased risk of fractures. Eating disorders, severely restricted food intake and being underweight weaken bone in both men and women. The another common reasons are steroid, NSAIDs, seizure, gastric reflux, cancer, transplant rejection, inflammatory bowel diseases, kidney or liver disease, cancer, multiple myeloma, rheumatoid arthritis. The lifestyle modifications are sedentary lifestyles, excessive alcohol consumption, and tobacco uses. So these are all the common risk factors for osteoporosis. Now we are move on to the pathophysiological. The osteoporotic bone, which leads to decreased calcium content, which leads to osteoblast, which leads to osteocyte, which leads to osteoclast. The changes are apoptosis, inflammatory reactions, autophagy, non-coding RNA, DNA, myelination. The back pain, clinical manifestations are back pain caused by a broken or collapsed bone in the spine, loss of height over time, a stooped posture, a bone that breaks much more easier than accepted. So these are the common clinical manifestations. The diagnoses are history collection, physical examination, DEXA, that means dual energy X-ray absorptiometry. A bone density test uses low level of X-ray rays to measure the density and mineral content of the bone. And the management are conservative and hormonal therapies are there. The hormonal therapies like replacement estrogens or testosterone and biphosphonates. People with severe osteoporosis are a high risk of fractures might need medications including parathyroid hormone. These medications are usually given as an IV. So the common treatment are anti-receptor, weight breaking moves, anabolic agents. These are some of the treatment. And vitamin D, vitamin D supplementation which contain vitamin D2 and D3, which increase a person's vitamin D levels to the greater extent and maintain higher level longer than vitamin D2. This may mean that vitamin D3 is more effective for people with osteoporosis. A dietary supplementation is a manufactured product to supplement a person's diet by taking a pill, capsule, tablet, powder, or liquid. Supplement can provide nutritious either extract from food sources or they are synthetic. The medical management is anti-receptives and biphosphonates. The prevention are low-fat dietary products, dark greeny leaf vegetables, salmonella with bones, soya products, calcium-rich fruits, vitamin D, and regular exercise. These are the prevention of osteoporosis. Thank you.